Once again, PS2 troubleshooting. This is a G-15 board. It has issues with the DVD drive. It's not a laser issue, everybody. These G-15s have chip issues. Mainly the DVD IC and the spindle CD IC. The chip numbers are BA5815FM 215.29. That's the bottom part is not important. This chip has been obsoleted by the manufacturer Rome. You'll have to get them from China or outsource them somewhere else. These are not available on Mouser. I have already trying to get a quote from Mouser. That's what the manufacturer came back with. Mouser does have the BA666 FMs, the CD spindle power IC. These do go bad when these little bastards screw up, because of the fact of the matter is it keeps trying to spin the spindle, and what will happen is on these G-15s, these are relatively in the 3001 Rs. They're either open face laser or a 400C laser. This is a 400C laser board. I have two more boards with the same issue. I'm waiting on. I have the CD spindle IC chips, but I don't have the power DVD IC chips. I had to get them from China. I won't see them for about a month. So they're on eBay. So it's just one of those things where it's like, should I get a used board? Yes, you can. You can put a G-19 or a G-22. I recommend you going on eBay and looking up Eller Rose. He has boards for sale. I have never had a bad board from him. I've bought 4 from him now. He used to work for Sony, worked on the PlayStation 2s. He's telling me the compatibility is the same on each board as long as you have a C-style laser for testing purposes. But if you want your version number on your BIOS and all that to say 3001R, you're going to have to fix your board. So you're going to need a SMD soldering station. I've already ordered mine. And you need to use hot air to get these off. And you need to solder them back on with hot air. You don't want to use a soldering iron if you can help it. You will damage the board. Like I said, I've already talked to Eller Rose. His name is Daniel. He fixes these all the time. Every one that he comes up with, he cleans them up, puts a new battery in them. He puts these ICs on the boards. And he takes off the heatsink crap in the middle. He said basically that was a technical service bulletin from Sony. What was happening to these chips were, because I've already taken this stuff off, is that they call it the heatsink compound, which is excuse the camera here, but it's this stuff right here. Instead of cooling the chip, it was retaining the heat on the chip, therefore burning them out. You're going to get some funny crap, like it'll say that it's reading the disc on a DVD, and it'll sit there for a minute, and then all of a sudden the drive just stops. It just dies. And then if you let it sit for about 2 minutes, it'll come back on and say reading disk, and it'll say I read the disk, and then it'll come back and you can push a button, and then it'll go right back to the screen. Or sometimes it'll put a horseshit picture on the screen. That's what these are. That's what the problem is. It's an IC failure on this, which therefore there's supposed to be a fuse like right here that's supposed to protect against that PS11. It doesn't. The way the Sony designed these boards are just stupid. So this is a G-15 board. You really don't have any problems with the G-19s or the G-22s, but it's the same chip. So what he does is he refurbishes the boards. He said that I could fix these ones myself if I wanted to. He'd do it for me, but he's too busy. So I ordered my own soldering station, and I got chips coming. I already have these ones. I bought 10 of them from Mouser. They've got 3000 2,990 more in stock. They told me straight out they probably won't be getting any more once they're out of stock, because these chips are now considered obsolete. So you're gonna have to start. Rich PSX Parts has some. They're $10 a piece. But like I said, if you're gonna pay $10 for a chip, I got these online for probably waiting about 6 to 8 weeks to get them. I paid about $4 or $5 a piece. I ordered 30 of them at about $100. They're good to have around if you're gonna do this kind of stuff, but you gotta have the right SMD soldering station, desolder and soldering station for the job. Or like I said, these boards are very temperature sensitive, and the solder is very temperature sensitive. That's a very low melting point on these, and if you don't do it right and tin the board right, you will wreck it. So that's another troubleshooting tip on these Gh-15 boards. I've never really had a problem with the V9 boards. A lot of people say they have. When I've talked to him, he said that's commonly a misdiagnosis. On the what happens on those is the LBA chips, the focus burns out on them, so all you hear is a click, click, click noise constantly. It's an LBA chip. I've never had an issue with that. I've always gotten ones where Sony's been in, so they always change that chip out. And when they get them for remanufacturing, you usually see I have one here. It has the label's not where it's supposed to be. It will be on the this side of the PS2, not that side of the PS2. They take the original labels off for warranty purposes. They will sit down here. This was a GameStop refurbished one I bought off of eBay for $10. They were complaining of no power. I had a bad PSU, which they're common on a PlayStation 2. You'll see my troubleshooting videos on a V9 very shortly. I have a couple V9 power supplies with some issues that I'm waiting on chips on. But like I said, it's one of those things where if you want to fix it yourself, you can. It's going to cost you a couple of bucks, but you can save the board, or like I said, you can pay $25 on eBay with shipping to have LROs give you another board, and you can swap them out and see if it's your issue. If it's your issue, I would replace that IC, and I would replace that IC. There's really nothing really goes wrong otherwise, and you bulletproof these boards. That's what he does. And he usually takes this heatsink crap off, which I don't know why they even put it on in the first place. But that's it for now. Hope this finds somebody helpful. Like I said, I've never really had any more issues. I have a couple G19s and a G22 and my 3001R. But when you hit the version button, it's going to tell you it's a 39001, which that was a common board for a 39001 was the G19s and the G22s. But you can put a G15, a G19, or a G22 in those because the fact of the matter is they're interchangeable, they're intercompatible. It's the only thing that's different on the board itself is the BIOS version. So they had to change the board number. So that's what goes on with these. Bye-bye for now.